Welcome to Dicey Solutions Into the Wastes of Cyre. This is our episode 6. I'll be a Dungeon Master. My name's GM Rick Wraith, and for our players we have...
Hello, my name is Jenni. My Instagram is Through the Wardrobe's Back, with Essence of Narnia and cosplay in there with underscores. And I'm playing Ellerid. Ellerid is a Circle of the Stars druid crossed with a Twilight cleric. Just as dangerous as she seems.
Hello everybody, my name is Jenni. I am playing Burgesh. I'm a dragonborn wizard who focuses primarily on the primordial and elemental powers that pervade all the lands. And I'm so happy to be here.
Hello, I'm Mark. I'm playing Zook. I am a Gnoblin artificer, armorer speciality. So I'm there to get in the way and make things happen sometimes, if I roll well, which doesn't happen often.
Thanks, guys. So tonight's a special night as we have a giveaway that we will give away halfway through the YouTube premiere that we'll have, and we're giving away... Oh, it's so cool. Oh, it's just so good. This sewer terrain set, like, it's all printed, so all you have to do is glue it together and you have this. And yeah, it's really, really cool. Like, these are kind of for Malifaux, but yeah, they work with literally any tabletop system and you don't need to paint it because it's all printed on the side. It's colour red from Plastercraft Games. Yeah. Other announcements. Still giving us the 10% off from the Etsy 3D modelling store that they have is Warrior Prince 3D. And if you use the promo code Dicey Solutions 10, all one word, all lower caps, you get 10% off. An already amazing price. They are hands down the cheapest in the UK, and if you are in the UK, they do free shipping. We're in constant contact with him. I think as well he's just started doing custom orders. So if you can't find what you're looking for, talk to him and he will just go and source it for an extra kind of couple of quid and you can get it. You can just get it. It's literally like the cheapest way to get anything 3D printed is to go through our promo code and this guy. There's no other way to get it cheaper, and I'm not just trying to sell it. Like, I do it, and I'm just like astounded every time that I do. I'm like, this giant mini was £15. And some of his stuff's more expensive, but it's been like that regularly. I've been so happy. Other announcement is we kind of put the shout out for Grimsforge, because like no other reason. They don't even really talk to us or have any contact with us, but I just love their scenery and terrain so much. I think it is hands down the best scenery and terrain in the world, and is just so small. Grimsforge, check him out on Facebook. He's got loads of like photos of him like building stuff, and it's just, yeah, the final product is just the sturdiest, most well painted and finished piece that you just ever see. So good. And other news is last week and for the next couple of weeks will be on Nerd Borchery on their Twitch stream, playing live. So if you fancy it, it depends. So it's like 12 o'clock midnight UK time on Mondays. I think I've got that right. If I don't, I'll put it in the chat underneath. Yeah, 5 o'clock. 7 o'clock EST. Man, time differences across the pond are crazy. Okay. I think that's everything. From me. So I think Jengi, you've got an announcement.
Oh yes, I do, Rick. Thank you so much for always giving me this space to share the project that I'm working on, which of course is the Dungeon Monthly magazine. We have released March's magazine, which is themed for St. Patrick's, and I'm already hard at work on April's, which is going to be secular Easter themed, so non-religious Easter bunnies, eggs, chocolate, all that cool stuff. And I need content, so if you know anybody that makes great D&D content and they're interested, or you're interested, or somebody's interested in making some themed content for the Dungeon Monthly magazine, the submissions are open. You can check out the links in my bio at DM Jengi on Instagram. You can go to dungeonmonthly.card.co. That's dungeonmonthly.card.co, and that's card with 2 R's. You can find the website. Submission info is in there. All the downloads for February and March are in there. And of course, it is a free magazine, but you can get the printed copies as well. So like I said, I need content for the April edition themed for Easter, but you can submit content for any of the future editions. We got all the months listed on there and all the themes that follow. So check out the Dungeon Monthly magazine, get yourself a copy, download it for free, share it with your friends, enjoy the content in your games, and hopefully we'll see you in a future edition.
Thanks, man. I guess with that, it's time for us to dive into our next Dicey solution. We left off last week with Ellerid finding that in her possession, gifted by this verdant green fey dragon, she held a tiny baby phoenix egg. exploring the other house, there was nothing apart from dust and a very normal abode for the countryside. The Zook, you had chopped up this gloom dragon using your newfound arc welder fist blade weapon, and had moved most of it onto what you could retrieve onto the exit strategy, the airship that you have patched together. This lumber mill that you had come to just on an off chance now seems like such a more important moment in time. Vagesh, you had found ensorcelled and protected by abjuration magic some sort of wizard's domicile, with one room full of books, and upstairs a very special tome that held very special magics. An alchemical set that you managed to jot down some notes that were like flashes of genius when you looked at what had been done. It was important to take note of. And as we take you back onto the exit strategy, just about to leave, is there anything that any of you would like to have done before you depart this lumber mill where these two dragons you found?
Most indubitably. So first off, I would very much like to collect all the books that I can in the library. I want to take those on board the ship, stow them in an appropriately safe place for further study, and with each book I'm pulling off the shelf, I'm just like, oh, another first edition, wonderful, oh God, what a find! And I'm elated, not only with the recent discovery of the magical spell book, but also with just really the vast amount of resource that I stumbled upon. And it's only really once I've heaved sacks and sacks of books up onto the ship, and I'm sure I've gotten a few curious glances from people wondering why I'm wasting my time. No, I'm kidding. Everybody knows the value of literature and tomes, and so it's really only then that I realized that Elrid has kind of was helping the Green Dragon and was taking possession of something, and I was so enthralled with the books in the library, I really didn't pay much attention. But now that I've come out and I've fully stashed all the books, I come back out and I see Elrid presumably near the dragon or just around that area with something. Lady Elrid, what is that you have in your possession?
The dragon has left, but they have gifted us something to take care of.
Indeed, and what sort of gift have we received?
I'm rather excited. Come closer. It's a phoenix egg.
By all the powers!
I know.
Phoenix egg?
I know.
Incredibly rare these things are.
Yes.
Please allow me to examine it.
Of course. Here you go.
The weight of it, the heft, I was not expecting it.
And Vagesh, as you take it in your hands, there's a light. You can see that there's a fire that burns inside, and it's iridescent, beautiful. And the egg isn't smooth, it's slightly scaled, but the scaliness is much more filigreed than, say, a draconic egg. But being a dragonborn, this magic is linked to fire, to ancient history, and it's almost for a second that your mind gets lost in the colours and this like burning ember.
The warmth of it.
Mm.
I'm transfixed by it. Lady Alred, would you mind if I just held on to this for a short time as I try to
Of course.
discern its secrets? And I'm just kind of mid-sentence. I'm like, what could this be? I'm going to take it back to the ship with me if I can. Hurriedly find a quiet corner to examine it.
I will follow.
Do you want the books taken below deck? Forget.
Books. Oh yes, indeed. Please, yes, let us secure the books. Oh yes, the books. Oh.
Okay. Take the books and take them out of the bags and put them in neat packing crates so they're secured rather than just thrown in sacks.
And you definitely have enough space below deck to neatly and nicely pack all of these books so that, yeah, they are protected. In the event of anything that might happen to the exit strategy, taking a knock, who would say? You think that they would be safe. And so with that, guys, what are you doing?
Onwards.
Well, just because on the map there was a mine, and really, if it was a dragonshard mine, I could really do with some to make this things go a little bit faster than
Wonderful.
wind power. So if you guys are okay detouring there, if we can if we could go there, I know you've got to get to the lightning rail station. We've got to go and fetch the sun.
No, it's only slightly off the map. Vagesh, are you able to summon your elemental again?
Oh, it would be not a problem at all, as I recently discovered that the spell components would not be destroyed in the casting.
Amazing.
I thought that they would make thought it would be a great sacrifice of my utility spells, but it turns out I can perform it again and again.
Amazing.
If you, I mean, I don't know if that might help in any of your research either, Vagesh. If we had some dragon shards.
Oh, indeed.
Just
I believe
there's a
that
mine
they would
marked
be
on the map.
beneficial.
Always.
There is very much on the map a mine, and it seems quite close to something called Vorsk Industries, about maybe 4 miles away. I would like you all to make an intelligence roll.
It's a 12 for me.
Natural one?
Natural one with a +3 modifier. Oh my God, Vergesh. I'm stupefied by the freaking phoenix egg, apparently.
Yeah, we're not paying attention.
Yeah.
We're exhausted. We haven't even had a rest yet.
That's right.
Would this be something that I might know more about through my history of being a bit of an archaeologist, and therefore would be able to use history instead of intelligence?
You know what? I completely agree. Make that second roll with history. So it would have been an advantage, yeah, definitely.
Still 12.
Is it navigational?
No, it's more about what Vorsk Industries was, and also something relating. But never mind.
Exciting.
Let us progress. Vagesh, you summon the air elemental.
Shall we rest first? What is the time?
It is about 5 in the afternoon now.
We are a while from bedtime. Could we take an hour here? Quickly?
If it's not that big a... If it's only maybe an hour's worth of sailing, technically you can rest while we sail.
Okay, yeah, that sounds even better.
We can still move then, make progress.
I like it.
Apart from whoever is helming, which presumably maybe that would be Zook?
Yeah.
Okay, so are you okay not to take that short rest and ferry everyone? Okay.
Yeah. I've only cast 2 spells.
So before I use the elemental, can I make or can I perceive? Do I know what the weather's like? Do I feel like there's going to be a breeze?
Would you like to know the weather? I can help with the weather, Vagesh. I cast Druidcraft.
Druidcraft very much specifically details what the weather will be, and in Ellerid's hand, this kind of like fog emerges, and it seems quite listful. You would determine that there is not that much wind here.
Okay.
And also, Ellerid, with your proficiency, I won't make you make a roll with Navigator's tools. You will know that with the current wind, reaching the mine will probably take about 2 hours.
So Zook, we can swap over anyway, halfway.
Okay.
So
if we don't need the wind, then my compatriots, I would like to reserve my magical energies lest we face an unforeseen encounter and be caught unprepared.
This sounds like a great idea.
Very well then. I shall retire below to further studying these new tomes as well as the magical egg upon which we have taken a charge.
So Zook, you pull some levers, the sails catch, and what little wind there is lurches the exit strategy into its sail. You bank to your new trajectory towards this dragonshard mine. About an hour in, off to the left, you see about maybe 10 miles away, 3 quite looming spires of a building, just shadows and silhouettes on the horizon.
That's ominous and creepy. We'll keep going past that one. It doesn't have the nice, friendly, warm, oh, it's a little lumbering mill. Oh, no, we don't like the scary spires. We'll just keep sailing towards the mine.
And so, in the 2 hours that it takes, Ellerid navigating and also advising which gully, which little route to take, because you were following this river, which was very smooth sailing, very easy for the exit strategy to navigate. But as soon as you get on land, with the limited buoyancy of it just floating above the ground, it's a lot more harder to any of the drops or the cliffs. Just making your way through. But again, Ellerid, with ease, you pick the best route. And what approaches you, closer and closer, is this mountain range that stretches all the way on either horizon. Some rocky outcrops, and then much taller at the back. Ellerid, I would like you to make a wisdom check, or a survival check, please, to properly ascertain where this mine is.
25.
You head straight there. It is exactly where you thought it would be.
Land ho!
And your orientation skills deserve you to get a little badge on your sleeve.
Yeah, you're very oriental. I mean, what?
So, you can see it's set back into the mountains somewhat. Inaccessible to the exit strategy. But you come to what is a well-travelled path. And Ellerid, with your passive insight, perception, and with your proficiencies, you know that this path will lead right up to this shard mine.
I will convey the information to Zook and whoever else is on top deck.
And it's quite jaggedy rocks. And they've got this like black sparkle to some of them. Almost as though there's kind of tiny little diamonds in some of it. And it kind of shimmers. And the closer that you are now to the actual rocks, when very rarely, occasionally, the clouds break above and what blue light comes in, this kind of sparkle seems to drift down the side of the mountain.
This feels very thematically appropriate for you, Ellerid.
Wow, this is beautiful. Incredible. Where shall we, how far shall we sail into?
I don't think we're going to get any further.
Yes.
I think we need to pack a lunch and hike the rest of the way.
Agreed.
Kankaveg, with his shield, the big red hobgoblin in his full plate, goes, I would very much like to come with you this time, if that is okay. I don't know what's up there, but I do not feel like I should stay here on the ship. Maybe, though, Pax could look after it still, and I accompany you. If anything were to happen to any of you at this moment, I would feel so dreadful.
That would be most appreciated.
And Kankaveg jumps off the side. Boom! Lands with a very big thud as he hits the floor, as he is what? Very tall and very big.
Very cool. So yeah, I'm going to lock down the exit strategy for securing it, and then tell Pax that we'll be back. Keep an eye on things. Don't let anyone on board that's not us.
No, by all means. I do not want anybody to get hold of this ship because, quite frankly, this is my fucking way out of here, so come back safe. You say you're off to go get dragon shards.
Hopefully, yes.
Fuck yes. Good luck, guys. And Pax, the robotic Kenku with his eye like looking quite like a cyborg, who is now taken to pulling the hood and holding his metal skeletal feathered arm now inside his robe, so that he still looks as much like a Kenku as he could. I mean, he does have the horns, which sets him apart from any Kenku, but yeah. He seems like he takes up a perch at the front of the ship where he's got a good eyesight all around.
Cool. I shall follow Kankavek's example and also jump off the ship.
Yeah, ready to go.
Your massive robotic frame that you're in, again, to be honest, lands with about 3 times the thud as Kankavek's. Like, dong.
And on one knee, fist to the ground, full superhero landing.
I will gracefully get down, using the ladder.
Okay. Ellerid makes no sound.
I'm still below deck, completely caught up in everything that is happening. The anchor's been dropped, the ship's been secured, Zook jumps. It's only when Zook lands with the full boom, punch the ground Superman style that I what's hello? Kirkback, where have my companions gone?
A couple of seconds later, Pax, the Kenku, pokes his beaked face in and goes, "They're all heading off to that shard mine. You're not going with them? I'm going to stay with the ship."
I think staying with the ship sounds like an excellent idea. Much studying to do, you see.
It's going to reach up and hammer on the side of the ship. And then just shout, "Vakesh, come on! Adventure!"
Pax raises his eyebrow and cocks his head and goes, "I really do think that they're going to need you."
Perhaps they might, but perhaps they might not. I can tell you what I need, though, and it's to study these tomes.
They'll be here. I'll make sure.
Make sure indeed, yes. Well, I suppose if we are going to look for the dragon shards, they will need my magical assistance. Okay, then, let's not keep them waiting. I'm coming! And I take the phoenix egg and I tuck it into one of my one of my secret pockets in my robe, one of the more secure ones, lead lined as it were. And I keep it warm and tucked close to me, and then I'll come up aboard. The sun. Damn it. I'd much rather be in the candlelights studying my tomes, but I suppose I'd better make sure you all don't die. And then I'll disembark the ship as well.
And so, Ellerid, Vakesh, and Zook, and Kankavek. You have this winding path in front of you. It's like sand and shale in betwixt these jagged rocks. The path has been carved through some kind of mining process. It's not a natural path, and it leads up and away and up into the mountains. Ellerid, you kind of got a glimpse of maybe some machinery. Pardon me, sorry. Some machinery works up in the mountains, so you've got a good idea. It's probably going to take you half an hour to walk there.
Yeah, I'll let everyone know.
So, as you're going up this path, and it is a good 10 foot wide. What's your marching order?
I'll go first.
Or do you want me to go at the front?
Wait! I have... Come on! Don't be lazy! Yes, I'm starting to think of names for you now. Come on! Then you see a flash of light. And then my hawk comes out. You are lazy. We have a deal. Go! I'm gonna start calling you Mouse.
And your hawk flies up. And you are sending it towards the mine?
Yeah, sending it forward. See if anything's ahead of us to be safe. But I'm happy to get at the front.
Okay. So, you start making your way up as your hawk goes towards it, scouting around. I would like your hawk to make a perception check for me, please.
Okay. And if it relies on sight, they have advantage. Yay. So this is going to be a bit odd when it comes up. So that's 18.
The sun is just starting to set, and with an 18, occasionally you look through your hawk's eyes, and what you see is an outcrop. This cleared encampment, some 150 foot by like 80 foot. There's a building with a winch pulley system on the top of it. There's a a lookout post and a small little hut on the far side. But what is more interesting are the mechanical guards that are patrolling this enclosure, of which there are quite a few. One especially stands out. It's very tall. Steam is coming out of its back, billowing this black smoke, much more than most other automatons or mechanoids that you've seen. As it is so big, and it is carrying in its arm rails, like large pieces of steelworks, and dumping them into place. The others are very similar to the Cyre security robots that you first encountered when you stepped through the portal into Cyre. With an 18? Yeah. Okay. Ellerid, there is one very interesting thing that jumps out. There is a man, grey hair and kind of a grey lab coat, and attached to his arm this spike, and he is currently working on one of the machines.
Okay, I will have stopped if I was looking for that long, and as usual I will speak, but this time I'll speak very quietly and I'll relay everything that I've seen as I'm seeing it. Guys, what do you want to do? I don't think it's friendly up there.
Does not appear to be so. I suggest we move subtly through this area. Avoid the attention of these constructs.
Did you say there was somebody there working?
Yeah, there was a human, I think, with a lab coat, an older gentleman, yeah.
Could you not ask your hawk to drop a message, like a written letter of introduction, so we could maybe say we're here, we're looking for some dragon shards in order to help restore things, and see whether we could do an introduction that way and just be let in rather than having to sneak, because I'm not built. I didn't reinstall the software for sneak. I don't have that update
You
yet.
said I don't have my sneaking software. The firmware update is not.
I needed to rest in order to change the armor over to be infiltratory rather than stompy.
Of course.
And I was sailing.
Yes.
Y'all were taking a nap. I was over here handling the whole ship. So,
Vigesh, what do you think? Do you agree?
lest we take the chance. We better not take the chance of engaging these constructs. Our last encounter was less than amicable. Perhaps instead we could try to bypass them, giving them a wide berth as to avoid the need to rely on our stealth. Is there any other way that we could access the mine besides going through that?
Did I see anything, DM?
With an 18. Are you taking a second pass?
Yes, Vigesh, let me check. Let me see what I can see. Okay.
Make one more roll.
Natural 20.
Well.
My mouse hawk is amazing.
With a natural 20, let me go ahead and show you exactly what you see. Give me 1 second, and I will just pause it there, and in a minute you will see. So, Ellerid, this is the scene that you see before you. You see that here is the mine, and with that natural 20, you notice that this is a mine shaft, and it has been barricaded up. With a natural 20, you also note that this contraption up here seems like it's some sort of winch that descends below. Here is this giant mechanoid carrying the rails from here to you're not quite sure where. 1, 2, 3 of these creatures are the ones that you know to hold flamethrowers. Over here is one of the guards with the shield and spear that you fought upon exiting the portal. Back here, and here, and take with us what you may, are 2 of the burrowing scarabs that you encountered when you faced off with the Warforged party. And right here is this gentleman in a long grey lab coat with grey hair, with a spike on his arm, standing outside this hut.
After I relay that information, guys, I'm always up for getting rid of bad people, but how badly do we need these dragon shards?
Well,
I mean, they're big. And the scarabs and the flamethrowers, I mean, I know, Zook, I don't know if you've seen the flamethrowers before. We met them when we first came. And they weren't too hard, but there were 3 of us then, and it was quite a fight.
I mean, unless we can find another source of dragon shards, I won't be able to get the exit strategy to actually lift and fly under its own locomotion. And I won't be able to get the defensive array up and working in order to breach the mists. So unless there is another location where we might find dragon shards.
I didn't see any, did you? I mean, on the maps, there wasn't. Okay, how are we feeling, guys?
Well, I do think that these dragon shards may prove to be instrumental in researching some of the greater magics that permeate this land. I would not be opposed to procuring more of them for my studies. However, it does seem that they are particularly well guarded, and so they must be of value to these constructs as well.
There is still the option of just asking.
Yes. Like purchasing. purchasing or something.
But purchasing, if they have any spare.
What have we to offer them in exchange?
Yes, I think they're
Awful
going to
lot of
want
books,
something.
some Gloom Dragon parts,
No books.
What
a
was that
phoenix
again?
egg.
Nor shall we trade the phoenix egg.
No books.
We will have to come up with some other alternative.
Okay. All right. So this letter. Vigesh, you have pen and paper on you. Would you like to ink a letter?
Pull out my magic quill, floating in air. My summoned spell book similarly floats and is ready to take note.
Zook, please. You know these best.
Oh, okay. So I would go along the lines of to whom it may concern. We are in the market to acquire some dragon shards. If this is something that you have an abundance of and are able to sell or trade with us for some of these, we would be greatly appreciative. If you would like to arrange a meeting, we are waiting at a respectable distance before making an approach of your fine mine. Please respond.
Via carrier pigeon.
Please respond appropriately. Kind regards, Zook of the Zook Exploratory Corporation.
That's perfect.
So
okay,
while
and
this is happening, my quill is taking notes, and every time it reaches the end of a sentence, it's like it sounds like an old timey typewriter. It's like every time it reaches the end of a sentence, it dings, and you see the scroll slide or the quill slide back over, and you hear it scratching on the paper. All right.
Ellerid is actually laughing at seeing that. That's amazing. Vigesh, I love your quill.
The message is successfully scribed. You attach
Shall
it.
we leave space for them to write a reply? They may not be educated and have paper. Is the back clear?
I believe. So, you send your carrier hawk, your messenger hawk, and it comes as it descends from the sky. Ellerid, with your passive perception and as well with your hawk.
Mm.
The
I'm
gentleman.
Go with it, so I'm going to go blind, and I'll go with it inside its eyes.
The gentleman, with unerring accuracy, as soon as the hawk kind of got within eyesight, his head moved and placed it, noticed it perfectly as it came in and landed down. It
There's
strolls
something strange
forward.
about the man, everyone. He noticed the hawk too quickly. He noticed my hawk very, very quickly. I don't know if there's going to be any sneaking into this mine with him around.
And what does your hawk do? It is
Over.
kind of too far from your control at the moment. You asked it to go deliver this message.
Am I not inside it, controlling it right now?
No, you can give it a message, and you can go give it an instruction, but past that 100 feet,
Okay, so
the hawk goes up to it. This gentleman. I would like you to make an insight check, please.
okay. Oh, 11.
The gentleman looks a little gaunt, quite severe. He walks over to your hawk and looks at the message, leans down, takes it from the hawk, and reads it. And then strikes at the hawk and gets a 24 to hit.
Of course. No.
And deals 5 damage, and with that your hawk dissipates from this material plane.
Has he taken the message?
He did take the message and read it, yes.
Friends, it seems that the gentleman at the mine is rather unfriendly. He has just taken my hawk off the material plane.
Dear.
It will be fine. It's in good company where it goes, but it's rather rude.
Yes, much. Well, we can always not bother here, or we can always try the Invisible Vagesh Air Bombardment Sloppy Sorcerer special.
I do kind of want to kill him very, very much right now, but I also don't want to kill any of us, so I won't let my personal feelings of people who do that to animals get in the way.
Well, there are 4 of us.
Yes, there are 4.
Thoughts, Kenkovac?
Well, we made short work of 2 of those smaller constructs and the larger one when we came out.
Not to mention the dragon.
So I hear. Very impressed. I am a little uncertain of this large one. I believe, from your description, that may be a rail golem. The rail golems were used to build the lightning rails, and they are incredibly sturdy. They are designed to work in the most hazardous conditions. Dargoon has yet to have a lightning rail run through it. The process of construction we have been in talks with, but I have only seen these rail golems from afar. I once saw one entering Cyre.
Doesn't a golem need someone that is in control of it?
I believe.
The man. He is not normal.
But surely, if the person who was in control of it is no longer in control of it, the golem just remain? Will it go into a standby mode? Will it stop actively doing things? This feels like it's something Vagesh might know more about. Perhaps it's an arcane kind of knowledge.
True, it is not my wheelhouse.
I'm more build the golem rather than control the golem.
Let me pose this question to you, friends. Will acquiring, as much as I desire to acquire more of the knowledge that would be gleaned from possession of these dragon shards, will they help us to achieve our next goal, which is, of course, the activation of the second teleportation circle? If not, perhaps this is a battle best handled at another time.
Vagesh, make an intelligence check. Or an arcana check for me, please.
Why can't we be friends? Arcana. A 15.
You know that dragon shards can be substituted for any spell component any magic whatsoever is always helped with dragon shards. They're fundamental to the use of almost all magical technology throughout all of Eberron.
But now that I consider it, friends, perhaps these dragon shards would be most beneficial to us. It seems that, and I'm looking through the inert stones that I have, and I'm kind of twisting one in my fingers. On second thought, we should engage these constructs if it's necessary. I do believe that we will have to acquire at least one of these dragon shards to bolster our efforts in reactivating the teleportation circles.
I fear you may be right. Kankoveg, may I ask, if there is a man here who is seemingly so clever or so wise, and Phoenix is in control of what we know of the area, could there be a chance that this is Phoenix employee?
I mean, that could be possible.
Is he mining dragon shards right now? Are you aware of that?
Well, let me tell you something about Phoenix. You asked before what I knew. And I don't think it was time. We are now very much out of earshot from Pax. So, Phoenix is one of Gorgonhorn's largest sponsors. Most of the technology that you saw coming into Gorgonhorn was not just our esteemed and magnificent goblin artificers at work. They are guided by Phoenix. Gorgonhorn itself has a massive stake in Phoenix's well-being. The very fact that our forces managed to pierce through the mists at all was under the direction of Phoenix himself. I do not believe that this gentleman would be very likely to be in the employ of Phoenix. I see it unlikely. I do not know of this person that you speak of. It is odd, is it not, that a man is in Cyre by himself? Yes.
Somewhat, yes.
Perhaps there is something even more abnormal about him. I have heard speak of undead, aberrations, things that we haven't come across yet. There may be, yes, something very dark about him. Well, if we do this, we need to do it smart. And we are not at full capacity. So,
perhaps we can retreat to the safety of the vessel, take a long rest, and come back at this refreshed. However, we have made our presence known to this gentleman.
yes.
He is sure to seek us out sooner rather than later.
And it is evening now. It is evening. Yes, of course. No, yeah, we need maybe to, may I say, do this in the twilight, in the dawn.
Isn't this also twilight?
It is. But as Vagesh says, if we were perhaps able to take a rest first, because now he's also waiting for us. Perhaps, I don't know.
Well, let me say this. Well, let me say this, Vagesh. Should we await the summons that we have sent out? And if he does not come to the prescribed location, then we will prepare ourselves to enter into the mine on the following morn.
Yes, we could keep good lookout tonight, and first thing at dawn, when we have a plan.
Okay, so do you guys retreat back to the exit strategy?
I would like to leave Flicky at, like, the general location of where we are now, like where we said, like, hey, we're a distance from the town. Like, come out of the. Basically, we invited him out of the town to come meet us. So I would like to leave Flicky perched in a tree somewhere, that he can keep an eye and come back to report if we see this guy leaving the town.
Gotcha. Yeah, definitely. So, you go back to the exit strategy, leaving Flicky on a perch in a tree, nicely hidden. His camouflage, like chameleon-esqueness, just disappears into the branch, the dead tree. As you get back,
as far away as we can, sensibly.
I mean, we can move and re-anchor ourselves like sort of a bit down the way, out the way a little bit more than the bottom of the path out of the mountain.
Yeah, I think that would be wise.
Okay. Who is choosing the place to reposition yourself?
Kenkavek, would you be able to consult on a suitably strategic place for us to lay anchor for the night?
Interesting. Kenkavek goes, I believe that you all possess a lot more smarts than I do. But let me say this. I believe in you. You are such incredible warriors, minds, hearts. I think you can do almost anything. And with that, he uses an ability that you have not yet seen him use. It is essentially leadership, inspiration. And he gives you all inspiration from it. Go ahead and all three of you add inspiration.
I have inspiration still. Damn it, I knew I should have. I kept being like, oh, I'm going to use my inspiration. Remember, I was like, I'm going to use my inspiration. No, I better save it. I'm not going to use my inspiration. Never mind. And then now I knew I should have fucking used it. Fuck.
What is it?
Inspiration is a reroll to 1 dice whenever you need it.
Whenever
you want to use it, you have a reroll.
Are we aware of this magic being?
It's not strictly magic. It is Kankaveg's words inspiring you.
Captain, my captain, and all that.
Okay. Okay. I am not weak. Yes. Yes, I have poison. Perhaps we could try to do something from a distance.
Can we work out the best place to park the boat, please? You know the land. You know the lands, or at least how the land reacts to things best, Elrid. Your connection to it. Would you be able to help me work out the best place where we have natural defense for us to park?
Of course. DM, please may I look around and try and find something either sunken or risen so that we can hide inside.
Make a survival check for me, please.
Would you like assistance?
I would love assistance, please, Master Zook.
Then roll that with advantage.
And I am looking purposefully. Very much so. So that would be 18 with the both of us searching.
You find a very, very suitable position where you believe that you have repositioned yourself and hidden yourself. It would be very hard. Someone would have to be flying directly overhead, you believe, from this crevice into the mountains that you have managed to find and tuck the exit strategy in.
Okay. We must be ready in case something happens in the night, of course. But I can watch for half the night.
Would it be possible if I had Grassy stand watch and like alert me, like like to be able to wake me up, so that way the whole party could get the benefit of a long rest?
Interesting.
Or put it because he doesn't. I mean, I'm just thinking if he did.
Make an Arcana check with disadvantage, I would say.
Okay. $24, 16.
You believe that you could get Degrassi to do most of the watch, with only one of you needing to spend a couple of hours on watch?
Because the night is my time, I am happy to do this. I must only meditate for some hours.
If you would like to take the first watch, Lady Health, then you would be relieved by Grassy's presence. Come closer towards the morn.
I trust my perception more than anyone else's, no offense.
Of course.
So
please,
yes.
Keep us safe as we rest.
At night I can see very long distances, so anything that comes within 300 feet of us, no matter how small, I shall see it.
I mean, that beats my vision in the dark.
Let nothing escape your sight then, Lady Elrid.
Yes.
I shall retire to below.
Need to make some better lenses, I think.
The moon and the stars be with us tonight.
Elrid, I would like you on your first watch to make a perception check for me, please. And I also do believe that your 300 feet of dark vision beats anything.
I can make something!
I rolled the wrong thing, sorry, let me... A natural 20.
Queen of perception strikes again.
I am literally just, I can see everything.
Okay, on your
I
watch,
can see clearly now.
from your vantage...
Look at the what circle, I see it! We can go!
From your vantage point, what you see from this nook, you also have a very good view of these three tall towers that is quite far off in the distance. During your first watch, a very considerable distance, while everyone has settled down and resting, you see two of those burrowing mechanoids kind of scuttling, not burrowed, but running along the tops. They are visible because they've got like a red light that really only you could pick up at this distance, and they are some 250, 300 feet away. And you see them scurrying around outside the exit strategy, and after about 5 minutes, disappear.
How close do they get?
They don't get any closer. With your roll of finding a suitable hiding position, they don't seem like they were in any way aware of your presence, but still scouting and then retreating.
Okay.
What is more, with your natural 20, off the top of these three towers in the distance, see two things. Two dots ascend and fly off into the distance.
What direction?
with your natural 20. Away from you, maybe towards the lumber mill, you think?
Towards the mill. Okay. Do they look the same shape as the ones that killed Pax?
Even with...
They were triangles, so they were quite recognisable.
No. So these 3 spires in the distance are some, at the moment, maybe like 12 miles away. They are these towers on the horizon that you passed on the way here.
Specks, yeah.
You just see these tiny specks, but you assume that at this distance, even specks, they must be quite large entities.
But you said they were coming towards this mill here?
No, towards the lumber mill that you left previously. Somewhere, kind of away. Definitely not towards you. That's what you get with your natural 20.
Thank you.
And your shift ends after that. And Degrassi can take it up.
I would like to ask if my Eyes of the Night feature, I can give up to 5 willing creatures 300 feet of dark vision. I presume that doesn't include Grassy.
Do you know what? Make an Arcana check for me.
Okay. 19.
With 19, you definitely can. Yeah. Tell me how you want to imbue Vagesh's magical embodied spellbook with your Twilight magic.
Is it going to be moving around or just staying on the ship?
Grassy is gonna stay on the ship. I mean, so Elred, when you saw the little creatures, you said that they were heading, or you saw that they were heading away from the ship, right?
Yeah, so if we're swapping shifts, then okay. So Vagesh, I saw those underground scouting. Do you remember the underground scouting things from the fight?
Indeed, the little skitterers.
Yes, exactly. So I saw them. I do not know if they have hearing, but they have sight. And they I believe didn't see us. They stayed 300 feet away approximately. But they were definitely looking for us. Also, around approximately 10 miles in that direction, I don't know if you can see, but wait, no, you wouldn't be able to see. Anyway, it doesn't matter. There's just a couple of specks were flying, and they were going towards where we'd just come from. I'm not terribly worried about that now, but just so you're aware of that.
I shall put Grassy on the alert, and with the benefit of your imbued magics, nothing will get past him. Please, find your rest.
I'm going to keep it. I'm going to keep it in case he sees anything, because it lasts for an hour, and if we are attacked in the night, I would rather share it with you all then.
Understood. We will make use of his innate abilities best we can.
Yes. Okay. Good night.
And as Ellerid shares her Eyes of Twilight, is that what you do? Share it with everybody?
I decided because it's an hour, I'm gonna hold back in case we get attacked.
Okay.
So Vagesh, please wake me immediately if Grassy sees anything, and I will share with you what I can see.
Very well.
But did you share your Eyes of Twilight with Degrassi?
I'm holding it back.
Okay.
For Vagesh to wake me if he gets waked.
Got you. So.
Woken.
Yeah, woken.
Not waked.
Woke. I'm awake, I'm not woke.
Total woke. So, Ellerid, you rest. And Vagesh, you give Degrassi that instruction, and he patrols. Make a perception check for me, please.
Mm-hmm. An 8.
Degrassi sees nothing, but other than that, your long rest goes unabated. So,
I was like, his first point. I used my.
Before I rested, I will have restocked my good berries, which was starting to go off around me, and I would also have liked to sit for an hour and to have got my friend back, my hawk friend, and I would like to hold her as we sleep, because that was her first time in the Fae, apart from my test with her, and I feel for her.
yeah.
So I'm gonna just hold her during my rest.
Yeah, by all means.
Alright, I just long rested myself on D&D Beyond. Make sure that all worked.
Yeah.
All my slots
hit
are
that
back.
long rest button.
Boom,
Vagesh.
son! Smash that button, son!
Vagesh, as you rest through, 2 things happen to you overnight.
No!
One, the heat of this phoenix egg that you're sleeping so close,
I've clutched close to my heart.
the energies that seep into you, fill your dreams. This heat, this warmth, this iridescentness, your dreams are full of them. The fire, this kind of tiny little kindling, burning so bright in the darkness that you're just fixated on. And you realize that this dragon egg effectually works as a pearl of power, letting you regain a spell slot, level 1 to 4, if you so take a action with it. Just so you know.
I will make appropriate note of that. That's a once per rest kind of deal, or
That is a once per rest.
understood?
Once per
or
long
short?
rest.
Long rest, understood.
So,
It's amazing.
Up to level 5, you said, so it's like an arcane recovery.
I think it's up to level 4.
Up to level 4, okay.
Yeah.
May I suggest that we wake before dawn and perhaps attack while they're sleeping?
Ellerid, you don't actually sleep, you meditate. So you can choose at any point if that's something that you want to do after everyone has got their 8 hours.
I definitely would have asked them if that was okay to wake them while it was still dark.
As long as I can get my full rest benefit, I'm cool with that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Them
I have
slots,
an
son.
idea.
Well,
So,
sorry, carry on.
my idea is that by waking up this early, I may share my eyesight in the dark with you, and my hope is that they would not have eyesight that well, and you would have it for 1 whole hour. So if we were to go in an hour before it got light.
Early morning, nothing gets me excited like an early morning reconnoiter. Please, lay your magics upon me.
I think a surprise would be good, and also I think I don't know about you, but from my experience, from what I saw, I think we need to take the man out first, if at all possible.
Focus our energies on the man.
Human,
The human.
or whatever he is.
On the organic.
Yes. It was what you said, actually, Zook, about him controlling the golem.
Well, most golems require instruction, so I'd assume he'd be giving it instruction.
Yeah,
But
I think that's very wise.
if we take him out, or at least render him unconscious, that may then leave the golem either doing the last task it was assigned, or just on standby.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Okay.
If we can have just like a 5-minute in-game break, I mean, like we can be in story. I just want to re-prepare my spell book for the appropriate encounter. So as you know,
Well,
sharpen your blades.
no worries.
Prepare your spells.
One very last thing for Gesh. There were 2 things.
Yes. During my sleepy time with the... So I wake up, I feel the magical energy. I mean, tech magic, my innate connection to this thing, my proximity throughout the night. But I definitely have... I can feel just through that kind of like internal tug almost. So, you know, you just get those feelings, those hunches. I feel the energy that is radiating, you know, can kind of detect that there's some beneficial magics within this egg. I haven't quite figured it out yet, but I mean, maybe I'll figure it out once I do my spell book stuff in the morning, and then I can realize the pearl of power. But yeah, definitely spend some time examining the egg. And
by taking a long rest, you successfully attune to this magical spell book.
Yes, I almost forgot about the spell book.
And this magical spell book is a spell book of supreme control. You won't find it there. I will link it to you at some point after this game.
You see me? I'm like, oh, no.
But the spellbook of Supreme Control lets you spend 2 spell slots of 1 level to cast any spell that you have learnt of 1 higher. Effectively giving you access, potentially, if you were to spend 2 5th level slots, to 1 6th level spell. Of which
I got it.
You do not have to prepare, you just have to know. So, with that, you guys have finished your long rest.
While we are long resting, and they're all doing their preparations and things like that, can I tinker with the arc welder and ensure that it is attuned to me correctly so that I can wield it effectively in my armor?
Very much so. It is like you were sure you made the roll before, but over the long rest you fine-tune the mechanisms and put all of the beautiful springs so that you yourself are actually happy with it. Not just like abellated onto it, but now it is
built in properly.
It's Zookified.
DM question. I'm presuming as it's a level 1 spell, it doesn't say anything about command working on mechanical beings. But it seems unlikely that it would, so I just wanted to check your ruling on that.
So, I believe command is a charm spell, and from your knowledge, most constructs are immune to charm spells.
Yes, I remember that, yeah.
Just double check for you, because this is something that you would know. Yes. Most constructs definitely immune to charmed, which command would be.
Okay.
I can always hit them with the fireworks display because that's an illusion.
So as well, just going into this, because of your pooled expertise of your long adventuring careers, you would know that constructs are in general immune to being frightened, as they don't have a mind. They're immune to being paralyzed, petrified, poisoned. Wouldn't work because they have no blood to push it around. And Some of the more powerful constructs, especially golems, are immune to polymorph. So, just saying.
Yeah, my hypnotic
Just cut it. Just cut the
Not
whole
gonna
thing
work.
off. Why don't you?
It's an illusion that causes a charmed effect. It's the worst possible way around of actually making it terrible. It's like, yeah, it's a great illusion that causes a charmed effect. Damn it!
Okay, so
Like-
guys,
Like it's lightning bolt for the win.
Okay.
yeah. So,
I have some plans.
would you like any more time? I can pause it so that we can take a little break to allow
Yeah,
you all
could we
to.
do 5?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Can we have 5, please?
By all means, I am.
And I got a
pausing it.
couple.
So, it's the morning. What are you guys gonna do?
I would like to say that Ellerid, being so wise, planning a nighttime raid a morning raid, would have brought back an owl as opposed to a hawk. And that she's named it Mouse.
How fitting.
How fitting, indeed.
Perfect. Okay, guys. So with that, your plan is set. It's about half an hour walk to the bottom of this path, seeing as though you took the exit strategy and hid it so perfectly. And then Ellerid, you know that it's about an hour's walk up this winding path to the dragonshard mine. You guys go?
We go.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
We'll not be singing a traditional walking song at this point.
I would probably, I would say that I would cast Pass Without a Trace for the first hour's travel as well, because it'll take an hour to get there, so.
Okay, so if you're going stealthily, it'll take 2 hours, but that's fine. You've still got a lot of time before daybreak comes, properly.
So what do you guys want to do? Do you want to go stealthily or just normally?
Not very good at being stealthy.
With Pass Without a Trace, though, everyone is good at stealth.
Yeah.
Sorry, could you repeat the question? Oh, Red, I missed it. I'm trying to figure out. I got these notifications blowing up on my computer. I'm like, where? I keep going. Bloop, 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 bloop. I don't know where they're coming from.
I'm gonna time it so that we've got Pass Without a Trace.
Before we,
I think it. How long does it last?
1 hour.
Okay.
Because the thing is 300 a day. So yeah.
By all means.
That
Okay.
would be 2 spell slots, so it's up to the group.
And if you think stealthing our way,
I still think doing invisibility to get. I mean, we're for sure trying to battle these people, right? Like, there's no debate. Like, we're gonna go in, we're avenging the owl, and that's that, right?
Yeah.
Getting the dragon shards, saying screw these bad guys, because obviously we know at this point the constructs are pretty much aligned with no good force that we are aware of, and there's no reason why we should spare any of them in our efforts to retrieve more of these dragon stones, right? The dragon shards. Okay, so we'll.
I mean, I wouldn't mind having a golem
That would be cool.
Okay.
if control could be wrested from creepy guy. I wouldn't mind having a golem to help around the ship.
So let's go after the guy. Let's focus everything on taking down this guy in our initial attack.
Okay.
Okay. Yep. Okay. So if we're gonna approach Pass Without Trace, I think again casting invisibility on Kankovek and Zook, so they can at least get closer in melee range. That way we don't have to hug the edge or anything. They can just walk right down the middle.
I'm happy to invisible Zook when we arrive because I get 1 free daily.
Oh, please.
Is invisibility concentration and
It
pass
is, so
without
I'll
a
do
trace?
I'll do
also.
In between the Yeah, that doesn't work, does it?
So I can do the invisibility. If you want to do pass without trace on you and I'll cast invisibility on Zook and Kankavek so they can make their initial approach. Did Kankavek
Zook
come with
needs
us?
it. Zook needs pass without a trace.
Yes. So we'll do both. So both on them. Yeah. So we can do both.
We're gonna stop outside camp 100 foot away anyway, aren't we? So we'll do invisibility and everything when we get to 100 feet, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
And forget Kankavek came with us, right?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Okay. So I believe I have what idea that you're having planned in my head. Correct me if I'm wrong. You're casting Pass Without a Trace to go up the path straight away. And then casting it again so that you can get to within 100 feet of it. And then stopping and then casting invisibility on Zook.
Zook and Kankaveg.
Okay. So, I would like you all to make a stealth check for me, please, as you go up this craggy, winding, mountainous path.
So, what does Pass Without Trace do?
Gives you plus 10.
Plus 10.
Excellent, because I have disadvantage on stealth rolls.
Yeah. So plus 10 is,
Helpful.
amazing. Yeah.
Kankaveg gets a 17.
Zook gets a 13. And that's with the plus 10.
Ellerid gets 34.
Not even the gods themselves could tell that Ellerid was approaching. And Vagesh.
That's ridiculous.
Meanwhile, I sound like a piano falling down the stairs.
It's alright, I keep you quiet. The shadows will surround you. I'll keep my shadows around you.
And bear in mind, it's a group roll, so...
Yeah, I protect everyone, don't worry.
12.
Is that plus 10?
22.
Makes a difference, doesn't it?
Fuck yeah.
You all... Even the Zook frame, these magics dampen all of the whirring and cogs and the pistons that would go, and even the kind of crunchy foot underneath your huge chunk chunk is now, and you are very sure that you have approached and no one has seen you, and you are within 100 feet.
I'm casting level 5 aid on everyone. 20 temporary hit points. Is it on everyone? Up to 3 creatures, so it'll be on us 3. Sorry, Kankaveg.
Mm-hmm.
I am fine. Do not worry about me.
Did you say 20?
Yeah.
Good
Nice.
golly, Miss Molly. Much obliged.
Oh, that's my 1/5 level. Well
Lady
spent.
Elf, your bolstering efforts are well received. Thank you.
No problem.
And that goes to your hit point maximum as well, doesn't it? It's not just temporary hit points, I believe.
Yeah.
Your maximum hit points have just been increased by 20 hit points.
For 8 hours, so don't worry about time.
Nor,
So I can actually heal you right back up to it.
nor
So
I
my
believe
current
is
stays
it.
at 65. My max goes up 20 more points, but I don't heal those 20 more points, right?
Yeah, you do. You go up and heal them.
Yeah.
What?
It's an incredible
Lady
spell.
Elrid, your bolstering magics have indeed lifted up my spirits and energized me in unexpected ways. And if this wasn't a PG-13 kind of show, no, I'm kidding.
Is that what we are? I don't think we are.
Very,
God, shocked.
I do not
she's
think
getting
we are a
very excited.
PG-13 show. Let us kill some creatures viciously.
Ah!
He's being sneaky, Vagesh.
I've got some more spells to cast if we're 100 feet away.
You're
I feel like
100 feet away.
I've just juiced up. Like,
That does put me on nearly triple figures for hit points.
Sorry.
It's great.
My hit points have unfortunately gone down to 20, so I've obviously made a big mistake somewhere.
oh, she sacrificed. She thought she
Drained
was
your
giving
own
us
life
extra
essence.
life. Yeah, she vampired herself.
It's that override function on D&D Beyond. That's not what you were trying to do.
Whoops!
She starts to shrivel up.
Okay.
Like,
I'll remember how many I had. I think I've done it right.
She now looks like Yzma.
So, guys, what's the next spell that you're going to cast, Ellerid?
Okay, so I'm gonna cast Eyes of the Night on
Okay.
everyone, which gives everyone 5 willing creatures, so that's all of us. 300 foot dark vision.
Guys, your eyes go wide. Like, this is... You have never, ever before seen this clearly in this such dim light. And you, as well, know that no other creature that you have ever heard of would be able to see this well in this light. You... To say your mind is blown is an understatement. And just for any of the viewers, what you're watching right now is an absolute masterclass. Pay attention. This is exactly how you run an encounter. Okay.
Okay, so just before the first person goes in, I am preparing. Well, I'm casting Archer upon myself, and I'm preparing Steps of the Night as a bonus action flight.
Indeed. Okay. So with all of your preparations complete, Zook, any preparations?
I cast Jump on myself.
Okay. Vagesh?
I'm going to cast invisibility on Kankavek and Vergesh on Zook. And I'm going to cast that at, I got to find it at 3rd level. I think it's 3rd level. Gives me a second person.
Is that a
yeah.
twin?
No. Just says 3rd level invisibility.
Okay, so and I believe it's a concentration, isn't it? So either Kankaveg or Zook. Is that right? Do you have twin spell?
No. I can target an additional creature at 3rd level or above.
Gotcha. Okay, Zook, you're invisible. Vroom. Disappeared. Also, so pass without a trace. Still up.
Invisible
Is that
and
right?
silent as a cat.
Yep.
Yep, Vagesh is doing the casting, so yeah.
So, Kankaveg disappears. Zook disappears. How do you guys approach? Now, just so that you know, this is the path entrance.
Mm-hmm.
This is where you will enter into this complex. This is...
I think as we peek around the corner, Zook, Kankavek, perhaps you should move towards the center. Make your approach silently and secure the grounds. Lady Elrid and I will hug the perimeter. Stay close to the edge and remain unseen so that we may place ourselves advantageously on the battlefield.
Yes, should we move up to them 60 feet?
Indeed.
Within 60 feet as they approach.
Let us
Will
hug
you
the
fly
left
with
flank.
me, Vagesh? Will you take to the sky?
To the skies it is.
Hmm.
And then I will manifest. Let me go here. I'm going to manifest my gem wings. Whenever I'm going to do it now, I'm going to click the button now. But whenever we exit the cave is when I do kind of like. Actually, before we exit the cave.
Okay, so before you exit the cave. So, who's going in first? Tell me what's happening with this amazing plan.
So myself and Kankavek are kind of heading straight towards creepy guy.
Okay, so you
Here's
get...
our primary target.
So you get there, things have rearranged
Mhm.
slightly. So this is how we are now.
Okay. So we're going to try and stealth to get to creepy guy at the back.
Okay, so let's say you are here. Is that right?
Yeah.
And you're invisible.
Mm-hmm.
And me and Vigesh are going to be in the sky 60 feet behind. 30 behind, 30 above. Something like that.
Gotcha.
I would like to point up at the was it the lever, the mechanism, I can't even think of the crane mechanism. I want to point up at that. I'm gonna look at Elred. I'm gonna point up at that, and then I'm gonna point to her, and then point to the left, and so that kind of saying like, hey, I'm gonna come up this way. Why don't you take the left flank so that way we have kind of that cone of fire, overlapping cone of attack on both flanks.
Yeah. Gotcha.
So guys, where do you want to be placed?
Put me up on this that platform closest to the crane. If I can get up there as I flap my wings. Do I need to make a stealth check? My stealth's 22, right? So can I get up there on that platform silently enough?
How, like...
Gem flight.
How are you flying? Are you above it?
Yeah,
How
yeah.
far above are you?
Just I want to land up on that platform.
You want to
next
land
the crane.
on the platform. Okay.
Yeah, right there.
Okay. So Elred.
So, taking Vigesh's lead, I'm going to be on the other side, but hidden behind something, but in flight.
Wait, I mean...
You should hover above
Do you
those
mean
rocks
here?
to the left.
Yeah. No, the other side of the entrance.
So you mean...
No, where the gate is that we came in.
This one here?
Yeah. So, you see he's gone to the left?
So you want to be over here
I'm going to
somewhere?
go to the right.
Maybe here?
Yeah. Like, hidden behind rocks somewhere.
So there's some rocks here that you could very, very nicely hide behind and have a good vantage point.
Okay.
Okay. Let me place you.
And I'm keeping Mouse close.
Okay, Mouse is close. Good to know. And Vigesh? What about Flicky?
Flicky will have come and joined us once we've entered the cave. He was no longer on watch. He sensed my presence. I telepathically communicated with him. Hey, Flicky, you got to come and join me. He's perched up on my shoulder. Grassy though is still at the entrance. He's going to stay near the entrance, just to have that straight on view.
You mean
I know we have,
roundabout here?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
I don't want you to have to track
So
19 million different little tokens there.
Oh man, it's fine.
I'll do my best to keep him.
I am here to
positioned
bring
near
your
me.
vision into reality. Don't. That's all. Come.
And what a vision we have.
So.
He's like, I got Flicky over here, Grassy's over here. Wait till we get that freaking hatched phoenix, man. I'm gonna have like a menagerie of beasts.
Meanwhile, I need droids. Lots and lots of droids.
Say, oh yeah, we need the mirror droids. What's up?
Okay, guys, I would like you all to make one more stealth check for me just to see you get into this position.
And I'm still holding Pass Without a Trace, don't forget.
You are. So this is Elred. We have Vigesh and Flicky. We have Zook, invisible. We have Kankaveg, invisible.
33.
33.
Nat 20 for a 31.
23.
Nat 20.
And that's my disadvantage rolled.
And that is 21
Wow.
for Kankaveg as well, even in his heavy plate armor too. You have landed like SEAL Team 6 into position.
Amazing.
No one has spotted you. What are you gonna do?
Zook, it's your lead, man.
So I want to make my way down and around. So if the building is the north, I want to head south and then around the underside of the rails towards where old guy is at the back.
Smart.
Are you using your... So stealthing,
Yeah.
so it's half movement speed. So let's kind of bring you to there.
Yeah.
You dashing?
Yes.
Yep, so that kind of brings you to there. Make a stealth check for me, please. Kankaveg will be following you, I believe. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay, make a stealth check.
14.
13.
Oh, use your inspiration.
For
wait,
Kankaveg.
that's meta.
No, we'll say.
Is that a 4 with a... I can't meta.
15.
I didn't mind.
No.
We're good.
15. 15 for Kankaveg.
We're ready. We can take him now.
I would love to see Zook get closer to that guy.
Mm-hmm.
He's still invisible, though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You guys have not been spotted. Ellerid, Vagesh, do you want to do anything?
Yes, I'd like to take my full movement with mouse up to old guy hiding while I'm hiding behind the rocks flying.
Behind? Okay, so make a stealth check for me, please.
Okay. Come on. So that is 23.
You have moved to here. You do not appear to be noticed. Okay. Vagesh, what was your plan?
And I would like to inspect. You said that this crane. What was this crane's function? What can I tell from it? There's a pit that it leads down into. Is that what you said?
Okay, so you look down where the crane is, and it's got a pulley system, and with your 300 feet of night of dark vision, you see right to the bottom of this 100-foot deep kind of well, and you see the bottom, and it's got like a lift attached to the bottom, which would be cranked up, that could fit probably 3 people, 1 Zook.
Okay. What I would like to ready a spell. I would like to ready Maximilian's Earthen Grasp.
Bear in mind, if you hold a spell and you don't use it, you still use the spell slot.
Your spell slot. Oh, that's a good point.
Although you can hold a cantrip and not use it, and that's fine. But in a situation like this...
No, yeah, thank you. Appreciate that insightful advice. In that case, I think I want to just stand my ground, and I'm going to cast Mage Armor on myself, and then that'll be it. Still maintaining my concentration on the invisibility for Kankavek and Zook. I watch them intently as I channel my magical energies into their on-scene appearances.
Very much so. I would like you to make another stealth check for me, please.
Roger. Oh, what the fuck? Shut up. 16 with the bonus.
You have not been spotted.
Mm.
There is no reaction to any of these constructs. Back to Zook.
I'd like
What
to
are you doing?
Continue making my way across to creepy old guy.
Okay. That will place you around about here. Kankavag will also follow. Please, make another stealth check.
$22.
And an 18 for Kankavag.
The stealthiest plate mail in the world.
And yes, you do not believe anyone has spotted you. Ellerid, what are you doing?
Okay, so Ellerid is gonna... seeing how close everyone's getting, can she get within 30 feet of old guy and still be hidden?
Yeah. You realise that you could drop down here, and you believe you would be cast across the floor, apparently. Give me 1 second to pause it. To retrieve the mini that I just dropped. 1 sec. So, successfully retrieved Ellerid from this. You are here?
Perfect. Am I hidden enough that I would know if I cast Twilight Sanctuary that I'm low enough? Can I get down and cast it? Or would it be too bright?
Make a stealth check for me, please. You have to make one anyway, and this can be part of it.
Okay. So that would be 16, 26.
Yeah, definitely.
Phew. Okay, cool. I realise that I have an ability to add, it's not guidance, but I get a D4 to stealth as well, which is mad. Okay, so I'm gonna hide down and wait. And I'm ready now. I'm in Archer, I've got Twilight Sanctuary, and I've got Flight on, and that's round 2. So I'm ready.
Okay. Vagesh, what are you doing now?
Ragesh is getting very antsy, and he knows. Can I see Elrid go across the backside of those rocks there, get her position?
No, you cannot. Elrid
Stealthy
is.
I mean, I am concentrating on Vergesh, or on I keep saying Vergesh. I am concentrating on Kankavak and Zook. So really, I guess that I would have lost track of her anyways. Okay, and so I mean, I'm getting antsy, and I can't tell where Zook is, and I realize I don't know what the signal was. I realize we didn't establish, is he just gonna grab him? Is he just like what was? And so I'm gonna cast Fireball, but right in the middle of where the cave entrance is, I want to center it on that. I can't tell if that's a construct right in the middle there by the rails.
So, this is the rail golem.
Yeah.
This is one of the smaller ones. Smaller ones. This is the bigger one with a shield and spear. And you know that the smaller ones have flamethrowers. And then there's the guy.
Right. Okay, so perfect. With the large guy, I'm going to cast Fireball, but I'm gonna use my I gotta find it. Some of my magic here, because I got 1,900 million kinds of modification magics. My Awakened Spellbook Replace Damage feature, which allows me to replace a damage type from this spell to another type from my spellbook. And so I would like to cast Fireball at the highest level possible, but through the Staff of Power. And let's see, what's the distance? I'm within 150 feet. Yeah, for sure.
Easily.
So Staff of Power, boom, Fireball, and I'm going to replace the damage type to Lightning.
Gotcha.
And I will center it on the big target there. Let's roll for damage. 1 second.
So you'll be able to catch with that 2 of the others. Or
What about the guy?
yep, you would catch the guy and one of the smaller ones, like so.
Okay, well then I'm gonna twin my spell and double its range, so that way, or double its area of effect, because I can double the distance and the area of effect. If I'm reading that right?
You're gonna need a bigger ring.
Is that right? You can double the area effect. Okay.
Hold on, let me make sure before I overpower myself too much and start going on a power trip. Twin spell. Let me see. Yeah, twin spell. My apologies, everyone, as I build this dramatic moment. You can spend target a second creature in range with the same spell, as long as that spell is at the level of being capable of targeting more than one creature.
So you literally just cast it again.
I'm gonna double fireball through the staff of power, and I'm just gonna cast it slightly off center on the same target, but so that way I can catch the other 2.
So
20 D8. Hold on a second. Yeah, everybody did. But lightning damage.
So what level are you casting at?
I'm gonna cast that at 5th level.
5th level. What's the damage on it? And it is a
So
dex.
it's gonna be 20 D6 and a DC 15 dex save.
Okay, so let me do the dex saves first. Give me 2 seconds. Because okay,
Oh, my heart's racing.
First one. The one by the cave, over there. I roll a natural 20. It saves. The guy. I roll a 5 plus. So that fails, definitely.
Oh, I was gonna say he ain't saving with a 5. I don't care what you bet. I don't care what modifier you had. I mean, unless he's got some of Jenny's power.
Rolls a 14 minus 1. There's a fail. These other 2. 3 and a 10. Both of those fail. So the only one that succeeds is the one over here.
Now, does he succeed on the first fireball or the entire attack?
The golem in the middle has to roll again because it was a second one. And that's a fail. So, golem in the middle fails 2 fireballs. These guys fail a fireball. He succeeds his save, and he fails. So, roll your damage.
Wait, I'm confused. Who's taken? Because I did the 2 fireballs, right? So, am I doing that as one single attack?
Yeah. If you twin.
Okay, so they all failed the single attack. Not like it's not like fireball. They make a dex save for the one. They make a dex save for the other.
Yeah. It was only the one in the middle, the golem, that got caught in it twice.
So you've cast 2 fireballs.
So
only the golem saves twice, and he failed both times. So you roll your damage for each fireball.
Right, but everybody's getting the damage from both fireballs, right?
Except the one by the mine entrance who saved. He's only taking half damage.
He's taking half damage from one, or he's taking half damage from
one.
Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to roll all my damage really quick because it's so much going on.
So true. So first fireball. Give us the. I know what's going on. So first fireball damage, and I will give it accordingly.
Yeah. Okay, 29 lightning damage.
Yeah.
29. Okay, so that is 14 to the one by the mine. 29 damage. And to the guy, 29 damage. Okay, so roll your damage for your second.
Oh, hold on 1 second, sir. I'm sorry. Spells for my elemental adept feat. This is one of my feats. Spells you cast ignore resistance to lightning damage, and when you roll damage for a spell that you cast that deals lightning damage, you can treat any 1 on the damage as a 2. This is one of my feats here, and so that's an extra.
How many ones did you roll?
I have to see. Hold on. I have to go back and check. And I'm not. I gotta find it. I don't know where. Where am I looking? Oh, here it is. Okay. That's not it. Yeah, it is. So that was. It won't show me all my dice. How do I look at all of them? Do I gotta make this bigger?
I have not initiated combat yet, so I am not seeing your.
You rolled 2 ones.
So roll those 2 ones again.
No, I just treat them as a 2, so they just get. So it's 29, 30, 31 damage total.
Okay. So that's 31. Okay, so let's roll up your second damage die.
I'm sorry, everybody, for taking so long.
Don't be sorry. Don't be sorry. This is D&D.
All right, and then
Maths
the second one. Where fireball? So that's 43.
Nice. How many ones?
Just the one. That's with the change in that. So 43 total.
So that's all together.
And again, it ignores any resistance if anybody has any.
Do you want to know the total damage that you just did that round?
So 43 plus 31, 674.
You just did exactly 200 damage.
Oh yeah, because it's multiple, right? Because that's more than one. Yep.
Okay.
You said exactly 200 damage?
Exactly 200 damage.
That is in.
Do you want to describe how you just deal 200 hit points worth of absolute artillery mayhem destruction?
Please, if I could, I would love to. Okay, so again, Burgesh he's perched up at the top of this tower. He's lost track of Zook, he's lost track of Kankavek, he's lost track of Elrid as she slipped into the shadows in her stealthy form. And I realized that I don't even know what the signal is. For all I know, he could be on top of the guy just waiting for my attack. Of course he would wait for my attack. Why wouldn't he wait for me to kick things off? I am the most powerful one here. They probably are waiting for me. You know what? I should probably just go ahead and kick this whole thing off. And so in one hand, I look down and this is cast through the staff of power. So I take the staff of power and I kind of hold it out, extend it out, kind of looking up and down at its length. I hold it up to the sky and I channel forth as much magical energies as I can as I call down 2 lightning strikes from the sky with the staff of power, centered on the I'm assuming the metal golem, assuming he's made of metal, and I point down the staff of power, and from the staff of power, 2 lightning bolts from the sky strike down and explode with a shower of sparks and lightning that just kind of it arcs from the one golem to the next becomes like a Tesla coil. Ozone and sparks fly everywhere, and a wave of just energy shoots out and blasts out from the golem. A blinding white light, everything now is like that after effect where it's all energy is running up and down the beams and the entire area surrounding the golem. I look kind of shocked is the appropriate term. As Burgesh calls out, I guess now is as good a time of any if you're in position. I doubt that anyone can hear me though, or maybe they can.
Guys,
That will conclude my turn, not turn. Thank you very much.
Well, at least I might get golem parts out of this.
I would like Ellerid and Zook make a dexterity check for me, please. I just want to see.
I just want to see if you die.
A dex save or a dex roll?
Just a dex roll. Give me a straight dex.
Natural 20.
Natural 20.
So 21.
Sorry,
you know what I wanna say?
sorry,
You know what I wanna
Ellerid,
say?
what did you say?
12.
12? That's enough?
Wait, I want to retract my statement. I want to say, that was the signal, in case you missed it.
And Kenkaveg, you all got over 10s. Take your surprise round before everything happens. What would you like to do? Because this mayhem of this fireball going off, yeah, everyone is distracted and you are hidden. What would you like to do? Is this round?
Question.
By all means.
My excellent perception. I'm looking at the buildings from where I'm hiding right now. I'm really close. Does it look like any of the buildings in particular are where they may run to for safety? For example, one of them is bolted up, one is a tent, one is a kind of where Vagesh is, but then next to me, I'm thinking of putting something in place to stop them from retreating.
Make a perception check for me, please.
Thank you. Oh! 8. The fire is in my eyes!
The afterglow, you're still seeing stars.
What I would say, from your 8, which technically is still actually an average roll, you would know that these big guys are not getting in those doors over there. They are too small. This is barricaded up. This kind of shed has doors big enough for them potentially to get in.
Mm-hmm.
With your 8, you think maybe here. And also, I will give you that because 2 of these scarabs, the burrowers, are protecting this thing. They're kind of by the side of it.
Oh,
that
of course,
might
I
give
would
you
notice that they're protecting it.
That might give you an indication of something.
Okay, so that means I will do what I was going to do. And if I'd have remembered the 2 scarabs, I would have done it anyway. So thank you so much for reminding me. I would like to cast Guardian of Faith.
Okay.
So, a large spectral guardian. It's a Moonweaver guardian. So it's a beautiful woman. And moonlight with a shield and a sword. All kind of gleaming, though transparent. So any creature hostile to me, which I tell it is everyone except you guys, moves to a space within 10 feet of the guardian for the first time on a turn, must succeed on a dex saving throw or take 20 radiant damage, or half as much on a successful save.
So,
and I want to place it.
Yeah.
I want it right in front of the building, basically. I want to stop anyone from getting in there.
Right, so you want it kind of by the door?
Yeah, just like, yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to use this mini for this.
I've never cast it before, so Ellerid is kind of like, ooh, oh.
Full you shall not pass moment there.
So,
yeah, exactly.
Wait 1 second. So, Guardian of Faith, it's if they're within 20 feet of it?
So the range is 30 foot, and
30
it's
foot?
10 feet. And it's for the first time on their turn. So it won't do anything now. It will
Gotcha.
only do it on their turn.
Okay, so you've cast Guardian of Faith. Did you say it was a 30-foot range though?
From me.
Okay, so that's quite a lot more. Are you going to move into position?
I will move if I need to. Yeah, absolutely.
You will have to.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go. Keep flying.
Okay. So you're going to fly up?
Yep. To as far. Yeah.
Okay, so that will.
I trust you to put me where I would sensibly go.
To cast it there, you will have to be there.
Okie doke.
Okay. Right. Guardian of Faith is cast.
And I have a bonus action.
And that was, I mean, for what it matters, that's a concentration spell, isn't it?
No.
No, it's not. It does not drop. It does not drop Pass Without a Trace for whatever reason if it comes up. Just needed to know that. Thanks very much.
I know, that's why I love it so much.
That's why I was saying, guys, pay attention. This is an absolute masterclass in exactly how you should play these guys' class. Okay. So what's next? You've got Archer up still, don't you? As your bonus action.
Do. But for my bonus action, I am actually going to cast Sanctuary on myself.
Okay, just plain Sanctuary.
Just plain Sanctuary. I know I'm in a dangerous position and I am the cleric.
Okay.
First
so
level.
Let's get that magic effect on you. Sanctuary. And what would you like Mouse to do?
Mouse is going to come with me.
Gotcha. I'll put her at the bottom, but she's flying next to you. Okay?
Yeah. I want to hide her from Badman, who likes to kill beasts.
Gotcha. So, after Ellerid, Zook. Is that the end of your turn?
Yes.
Gotcha. Okay, Zook.
So I'm going to move my gigantic metal butt directly towards the old guy. But before I move, I'm going to activate my displacement field and cast Blink on myself.
Okay. So,
and then,
you cast Blink.
And
Do
then
you want to describe what it does?
So, hopefully, if this works, new device. Sort of just run the fingers down the forearm of one arm, and you hear that sort of like that Star Trek kind of like as the transporter noise, and sort of like a sparkly light that's partially visible. I don't know if it will be light while I'm invisible or not. Sort of glows over the armor. And until the end of my turn, nothing else happens with that one. So I then run and then jump to try and make it to creepy old guy. And then my jump spell triples my jump distance. So jack pistons kick out of the back of the feet of the armor to give me that extra assist on the long jump. As I'm sort of like clank, clank. I've totally given up stealth at this point. Just clank, clank, clank.
I think they know we're here.
Yes, they really know we're here. I just land down next to him. But
so have you haven't made any attacks though yet?
No,
right?
I'm still invisible. It's just
you're still invisible,
bang.
So you slam down invisibly. Okay.
Yeah, dust around me kind of thing. Just
Rick,
an
you're
impact.
muted.
And this invisible crater just like next to him. And the guy, Ellerid, Zook, make a perception check.
Come on, baby.
It's freaking hilarious.
20. Dirty.
17.
You both. The guy moves. Like, click. And looks at you in such, looks down at the crater, but the movements that he's making don't seem wholly human. Kenkoveg's go. Is that the end of your turn, Zook?
I just now need to roll to see whether I remain on this plane or not.
Got you, yes, please do.
I stay on the material plane.
Okay. Skankavig. He is going to spend his whole action to run up and get in between you, Zook, and this golem. Shield outstretched. That's as far as he can get. Let's just go to action cam. There we go. Right. Now, guys, I think it's about time to roll some initiative.
Oh, I'm going to use my inspiration. As I rolled a 1.
One, buddy. I'm sorry.
I used my inspiration to re-roll. I got a natural 20.
Oh.
I'm much happier about.
20.
Vagesh, you got 20. Nice. And Zook, sorry, what did you say that you got?
21.
21. Ellerid?
With
13.
13. Okay. Let's begin. Outside the mine. Well, with 22.
Oh wait, I have an ability.
Okay.
I can give myself advantage on the next initiative roll. Vigilant Blessing.
Yes, and you would have definitely known to do that.
17.
Okay, let me put you into 17.
Thank you. Apologies.
No, don't apologise for having amazing abilities on your character.
So much to remember.
So much to remember, yeah. Just call it out and we'll try and fit it in, okay? Okay, so who goes first is this guy.
Ooh.
He is going to, seeing this fireball happen behind him, seeing well, I mean, to be honest, not that much else because everyone else is invisible.
Just gliding,
but
Ellerid gliding in the air and the glowy figure she's summoned by the door.
To be honest, no, he doesn't even see Ellerid. She's kind of just still hidden, I guess, from that much distance.
Yeah.
Like blended into the darkness. Maybe that's what these stars are doing. They're kind of like drawing in the night and the twilight around her. Okay. Well, he sees Vagesh though. So he is going to spend his turn moving up to here.
I thought he leapt off the map and onto the top of the building. Who the fuck is this guy?
Pole vaulting up with his spear.
There are ladders.
I said, I'm fucked. If this guy can jump on top of the building, I'm fucked right now.
There are ladders just to where you are, Vagesh, and he is starting to climb them.
I happily, well, yes. As long as he ain't jumping on top of the building, because that scared the crap out of me when you just moved that mini.
So, that's his go. He's done. Zook.
Okie dokie then. I'm going to use the best fun here to become visible again, basically. So I'm going to sort of just click my wrist, and the arc welder pops out of the back of my forearm. I'm just going to swing in to try and punch, hit with the sword that it is, creepy old guy with the arc welder.
Okay, roll to hit.
13.
13 misses, I'm afraid.
Thought it
like,
might.
As the arc welder comes in, this guy, his center core kind of pivots about 90 degrees so that his whole entire body is to the side, and then he just kind of bends back with one hand perched to the floor, misses this arc welder as it goes just across his face.
That's fine, because with my next attack, I'm going to swing in with my other fist. And with a 19, crack him.
19 definitely hits.
So yeah, my Thunder Gauntlet on the other hand, however.
As it's coming in, his head spins to the side, sees it impacting, pushes up on one hand, and goes into a one-handed... Like, he's now upside down on one hand, and his legs spin back to kind of rewrite themselves in an attempt to try and miss your punch, but you clock him straight in the side.
And he just takes 5 points of thunder damage.
Gotcha. And I do believe he has disadvantage on his next attack, is that
does,
right?
yes.
Gotcha. Yeah, that was a solid blow. And the thunder damage inside, you can just see him kind of start to spasm as he's trying to do this acrobatics attack, but acrobatics defense.
He has disadvantage on attack rolls against targets other than me.
Gotcha. Is that your go?
That is the entirety of my turn complete, yes.
Would you like to roll to see if you remain on this plane of existence?
Oh, yes, I would. I'm still on the material plane.
Okay, you're still here.
Yeah.
And that's your turn, I believe?
That's my turn, yeah.
Okay, good stuff. Vagesh, you're up next, buddy. What are you up to?
So I see this guy kind of coming up from the ground there, and I kind of look down at him, and I see his giant shield, and I see his stomping construct self, and not today, you don't! And with my spectral wings, I'm gonna use my dash action to move a full 60 feet. I'm gonna come up 30 feet, and then kind of move diagonally away from the building, I guess to the south or whatever, to the opposite side of the building, and just hover up a total of 60 feet in the center of the battlefield.
Okay, so 60 feet, center of the battlefield. Give me 1 second.
Mm-hmm.
Given the elevation that you're already at, that would put you... It's almost like I thought that's exactly what you were going to do.
You give me wings, I will fly.
I think that's...
Let me soar. And then I know I got a bonus action I'm going to throw at somebody here in a second. Hold on a second. Somebody's going to get it.
Okay, Vagesh.
And then at this
That's where you
time,
are.
let me. That's right. Perfect. Flicky will have joined me, obviously, just for continuity's sake. But I will have moved as my bonus action. I will have used my manifest mind, his ability to move on his own accord, to move a full 60 feet to join me, but on the ground level. He's going to be floating just underneath me.
Okay. So he's just directly underneath.
Yeah, Grassy is.
Oh, Grassy. Yes, gotcha.
Grassy, I'm sorry. Yeah, Grassy.
So he's there? Yep.
Perfect. And that will conclude my turn, I think.
Yeah, gotcha. Just having this kind of like anime moment with you flying up above the battlefield. I think it's pretty cool.
That's a great. I like that.
Okay.
Can we get the Jenni cam from now on?
I will try my best to get the Jenni cam, because you're right, it's pretty good. Okay, so, and is that your turn? No.
That is my turn, sir. Thank you very much for accommodating.
You've dashed. So, next up, Elred cam, I guess.
I have to turn my camera off for just a moment, but I promise I'm here.
Okay, yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Does that mean it's my turn?
It is your turn.
Okay. I have been super suspicious about this guy since the very beginning. So I'm going to spend my turn casting Detect Evil and Good. And I will know that there's something I need to know. Will it tell me what he is, or just tell me that he is one? Because it's a DM ruling, this one. People play it different.
Okay, so you're going to cast Detect Evil. I will categorically... No, I'll just make the DM ruling, because...
If you make the DM ruling, I'll decide whether I cast it.
Yeah, I'm going to make the DM ruling. Wait.
If I cast it, will you tell me what he is, or just tell me that there is an undead elemental aberration within 30 feet of me? Or will you actually tell me what it is?
I would... what I will do with that spell is, if it is one of those things, I will tell you specifically what it is.
Uh-huh.
And also with Detect Good and Evil, I think I would like to try and make an Arcana check to straight up just get its alignment.
Okay. Cool. So, yeah. Because I am casting it to find out what he is, because I know he is not right.
So you cast it.
Yeah.
There are elements of undead in there, but it's weird because there's patches of void. So where you've normally, and how you know to cast a spell, the undead itself is wholly an undead creature, whereas this, it's almost like there's blind spots around it. It seems like it's part undead, part something else. If you would like to make an Arcana check as well for me, please.
Yeah, very much.
Oh my god, it's the Borg.
18.
18. This guy is radiating some straight up evil intent. Okay.
Totally worth it.
So evil. Oh my god. You literally, as soon as you cast it, you are like, I don't know if I've ever been this close to someone or something so evil. Okay.
Okay.
Is there anything else that you'd like to do with your turn?
Yeah, I think seeing as it's up, I may as well try and hit him with Archer.
By all means, yeah, go ahead.
It's radiant damage as well, so I'm hoping that will be worthwhile if it hits. Come on.
Well, I wanted to
28.
hit him with the arc welder.
Yeah, 28 definitely hits.
I'm pretty close, to be fair. That's 9 damage.
9
Radiant damage.
And that radiant damage, you see part of his face pulled away with that blast from your Archer star constellation that's surrounding you. And as it lets it go and it hits him and part of his face falls away, you see underneath there is clockwork mechanisms just underneath the skin and the exterior of this creature.
Can I have a reaction to shout the word Undead Clockwork Man?
Yeah.
Very excited.
That's 3 words.
3 words.
You can
I
have
don't
that.
know how many words.
Totally. Shout that out.
Okay.
Everyone
who can hear me, then there we go.
I think you could shout out a phrase as a free action generally, right? You can shout things out.
Yeah. Technically, a round is, it says it's 6 seconds, but it's kind of a little bit over and under. And spells, they're not exact things, so it's just hard. Yeah. So, you can shout that out. No problem. Everyone hears it. Is that the end of your go?
Thank you very much, yes.
Go. Cool. What an interesting combat. Okay, so, first up, Ellerid, I think you're the one that will notice this first. This one over here seems to flamethrower something further down under the mine as it kind of goes almost like oblivious to everything else that's happening. It's intent, solely focused on what's down this mine, puts its flamethrower up and goes and what you hear from inside the mine is this otherworldly shriek, this kind of odd, high-pitched but multi-tonal wail, cry, scream, screech. Sounds insect-like to you? Okay. That's its go. Next up. It's this guy. Just here. Let me get the action cam on him. Next up is this guy. Seeing Zook. He is going to maneuver gotta be to here. That's with a boss. And then casts. Oh no! Where on earth is my burning hands template? Where could it be? It's gotta be somewhere. Alright, well, it clips Zook and
DM
Kenkovek.
question.
By all means, shoot off.
For everybody's benefit, perhaps, could you describe the current state of our enemy in terms of,
Amazing
appearance? Like, what, does it look like the initial attacks we've delivered? Would we be able to tell, it's clearly fallen apart, or, they seem unaffected by your heroic attacks? You know what I mean?
It's a really good question.
I mean, I'm happy to take a passive perception, active perception.
So, this one over here, the back of him is completely scorched. Lots of the mechanisms are damaged. It's still moving. It looks pretty damaged.
Clearly enough to do a flamethrower.
This guy, similarly, like one half of him is completely singed. Lots of his pistons, but yeah, again. The rail golem. The flesh is singed black, but it hasn't punctured the skin yet. Like, none of the skin has burst.
Right,
or you can't see underneath it. It's still intact.
I can
just
see that.
Black. And the guy at the back, he's looking damaged.
Especially after Zook's attack and then Lady O. Okay.
Yeah. So.
Okay. Thank you very much for describing the current scene that our party faces, Great Master of the game.
Burning hands. So, Zook, can you roll a dexterity check for me, please?
A check or a save?
Save.
10.
10 is a fail, I'm afraid.
I'd like, with my reaction, to cast Absorb Elements, Fire.
You can indeed do that. So, 18 damage. And Absorb Elements gives you resistance, is that right?
It does, yeah.
So take 9 damage, and you store that up for your next attack, I believe.
I do, yes.
Good stuff. So, Kenkovek also, even though he's invisible, was just there by happenstance. He's going to roll his dex save. Where is he? Yeah, with a 20. He succeeds, so he takes 9 damage. Okay, guys, so Next up, these two at the back. This one and this one. They both activate. Now, Ellerid, I believe they're activating inside your guardian spirit?
Excellent.
Guardian of Faith. That was right, wasn't it? Yeah.
Okay, so it says that moves to a space within 10 feet of the Guardian for the first time on their turn.
They're both going to...
Okay.
No,
so
but...
then they...
So it moves to a space within 10 feet.
Yeah. Any creature hostile to you that moves to a space within 10 feet of the Guardian for the first time every turn must succeed on a dex saving throw.
So if they just move out of it, do they take nothing?
I don't know.
If they move to it... You know what? I'm going to make this ruling that moving through that is kind of the same as moving to it. Because you can't move to something else without moving to that space first. So, what was the ruling?
So, yeah, because they have to move... Yeah, they would have to move through some of the radiant eminence, even to get out of it.
Yeah.
I love that radiant eminence.
Dex 19.
Right.
I save.
Oh, one of them rolls a 1, getting a 3. The other one, 15. Okay, they both fail. What's the damage?
20 each radiant.
Hell yeah.
As these two scout burrowing scarabs start moving forth, they're kind of lumbering pincers clanking into the ground, and like these pistons, and it's got a jaw that opens with this green glowing like energy from within, multiple eyes on it, almost like a spider. These red eyes. It goes chung 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 chung, takes 2 steps. And you want to describe how your Guardian of Faith disintegrates both of them at the same time?
So it just, like, its head would just look around and it would point its sword, and I think that the radiant damage would come from the end of its sword and then move to the next one. And then go back into position.
And with that, they are both wiped out. Okay.
It's not even my turn.
It's not even your turn. Do you know whose turn it is next?
Uh-oh.
Kenkovegs.
Fool us once.
Okay. Kenkoveg.
Who's still invisible?
Who is still invisible but is about to not. Who wants to roll for Kenkoveg?
Well, let me.
Yeah, you would like to roll for Kenkoveg?
I would very much like to. What can I roll for Kenkovek?
Okay. So Kenkoveg makes 3 melee attacks now. So, I also do believe... Yeah. Gotcha. So, roll 3 melee attacks. He is going to go for this big golem.
Okay.
Oh, although we did plan beforehand who
You
we
did
were going
plan.
to go for with
You did
Kanko.
plan. You did.
So-
You did very much. So let's just have him
Unless
go
he's
for this
going
big guy. Yeah, let's go for this guy. 100%. You're completely right. Make 3 attacks. Plus 9.
An 18, a 7, and a 7.
18, a 7, and a 7. Let me just
So
make
27, 16, 16.
All 3 hit.
As he goes into a vicious rage, thinking of all the hostility that he's faced of the years and channeling all his anger. Bloodlust, as they say.
Can you roll? Who wants to roll damage? You want to roll the damage off it again? Yeah, you made the attacks, you make the damage. Okay.
Hey, there we go.
3d8 roll for the total of all of those attacks.
We got 6, a 1, and a 3.
Okay, 10. Added onto that, you get +9 because they're +3 for each one. In addition, he's going to use martial advantage. Once per turn, he can deal an extra 46 damage. Okay, roll that 46, add it on.
I thought you said 46. 46?
Sorry.
And I was
4d6.
Huh? 4d6. Which gives us a total of 14.
Okay. He has just done 33 damage.
Ooh, big hits from old boy.
How's the guy looking?
He is looking pretty damaged.
We see some more of that clockwork pointing through.
You see an awful lot of that clockwork pointing through. Next up, though, is the golem.
Oh, not big boy. Not big. Oh, no. Wait.
Armed with a railway.
Wait,
girder.
DM, wait.
He is, yeah.
For Gesh, could he have flanked the oh shit. I mean, I know it might be too late now. I'd even be happy. What do you guys think? Should Kankavek have moved position during his time of invisibility? Can we meta that? I'd be happy to take an opportunity attack from the big guy.
Always flanks with us.
Shouldn't he have moved around the back of the human, right, while he was invisible?
Yeah, he would have. Did he do... Kankavek didn't move, did he?
He didn't move.
No, he would have flanked. He always does.
He's a tactician.
Yeah.
Okay. I would just, and I don't want to like try to meta or retcon too many things. I wasn't thinking about any movement for him. I'm sorry. I'm a wizard. I'm not a tactician. Okay. I don't know what to tell you.
Okay, so you want him to move there?
Please.
Is that where you guys think he should kind of go?
I think so.
I'm happy with that. It does provoke
Okay.
an attack of opportunity from this hammer-handed golem.
Okay.
So, and he hits with a 29 to hit. So he hits Kankaveg.
Ooh. Low rolls. Come on.
Doing
It's just a flesh wound.
23 damage.
But he's got those temporary. Oh wait, did he get the temporary hit points from?
He didn't know, but Kankaveg is still up. He's still looking okay. Someone needs to make a DC Constitution save for Kankaveg. Who wants to
I
make
got it. Ooh, a 5. But can I give up my inspiration point
You cannot,
to re-roll it?
No. Unfortunately. Even with Kankaveg's +3, he fails, and he is stunned.
I'd be stunned by this behavior as well.
Yep.
These golems are not following their programming. This is not what we want from a good golem. I have to hack them and reprogram them all.
Kankaveg did 33 damage. I think he's feeling pretty pleased with himself.
Yeah, he's an old timer too. I mean, he's holding his own. That's good.
Yeah. He knows how to fight.
He's not paralyzed. I'm just kind of putting this on him because apparently I don't have a stunned condition. So, okay.
Paralyzed? No.
No, he's stunned.
Okay.
From this big rail golem takes this iron girder, and as Kankaveg is deftly like after making his slashing attacks on this clockwork gentleman that is in front of you, manages to move into a position to give Zook the utmost of support.
How close is Kankaveg to me?
He is about 15 foot away.
In that case, he gets 1d6 plus 7 temporary hit points, or I can end one effect cast Charmed or Frightened.
It is the end of his go, so it would be now.
Yeah.
I would suggest maybe the stunned would be good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Twilight Sanctuary for the win!
Okay.
And it's not even my turn!
That's teamwork right there. Those are. See, it's like we're like an onion. Okay, this team is like an onion because like if you get past one layer, you're gonna hit another layer and then another layer. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's that layered effect of good teamwork.
Okay.
Like a tiramisu or lasagna. Give me some layers here, people. I need a sandwich.
Hey,
like a well-made sandwich.
Yeah.
Delicious, crusty on the outside, not dry because we got some of the sauciness from like Our Lady Elf.
I
Right?
really
You know
like.
what I'm saying?
I really like a triple grilled cheese sandwich. I've been doing that a lot recently.
Ooh, I
It's
like
terrible.
those with bacon.
Good choice, man. Good choice.
Guys, it's the Golem's turn. How can anyone concentrate on anything other than that?
Sorry,
The
I was thinking
layers.
about. I'm so hungry.
Cool.
Hey, and now all I'm
Now
thinking of
I'm
is
hungry.
tribal.
Burgesh's appetite is becoming quite ravenous as he contemplates his next move.
Right. So, this hammer-handed golem. Who? All right. I'm gonna make a roll to see if he goes for the Kankaveg or Zook. Goes for Kankaveg. Seeing as though he's moved behind the gentleman, sees that as more of the threat. He's going to make 2 attacks. Ooh. No. Oh, it's within 10 feet. He's going to move to here. And then pulses out a slow to both. He can enter. Yep. No, he can't get between. Yep. He can. I'm playing it so that he's got the best chance. He is going to muscle his way through, staying in their engagement range, getting in between all 3 of you. Seeing as though the Ellerid, you are also a threat. His big form, he's trying to kind of shield this gentleman and then pulses out a slow. I would like Zook and Ellerid and Kankaveg to make a wisdom saving throw, and this is a magical pulse that just like emanates from him. I'll roll for Kankaveg. That is a fail. Zook 17.
Mm-hmm.
That is a success.
Hey,
Ellerid
the
23.
wise.
That is a success. 17 was the DC, by the way. So, Zook, skin of your teeth. Okay. Success. Literally nothing happens. This wave goes vroom, 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 vroom. However, Kankaveg is slowed. I'll put that paralysis right back on him.
Not for long.
And then he is going to make an attack on Kankaveg, as that was what I rolled before. So he rolls. Even slowed, Kankaveg, with his years of wisdom as this hobgoblin captain, and like this iron girder comes swinging by, and Kankaveg takes up his big shield and braces with it, and their big strength, like Kankaveg pushes the girder down to the floor and looks up, and there's this grit and determination on his face. Looks up at Elred, smiles, and then looks back, focused on this golem. That is the hammer-handed golem's turn.
Yeah, Kankerveg! Woo!
Next up, this one over here is going to move up and cast Burning Hands. Zook, I'd like you to make a dex save for me, please.
Ugh, 8.
That is a fail, my friend. Take 17 damage.
Okay.
And we are to the top of the round. Pardon me. This big one that was trying to climb up and chase after Vagesh gives up. Makes his movement back this way. Zook.
Can't catch me, I'm the wizard man.
Okie dokie, I will be swinging the arc welder at the clockwork zombie. In much hoping that because this is radiant damage, it might do extra damage against said clockwork zombie if it successfully hits him. But I'm not very good with this sword. 12.
12 unfortunately is a miss.
That's fine. I'm going to swing with the other fist for the thunder. For 14.
14 misses, I'm afraid.
Oh, I'm just flailing hopelessly. It's not working quite so well today.
And would you like to roll?
We'll
to see if you
I stay on this plane of existence. Transporter sound. I'm now on the ethereal plane.
Okay. I am going to.
Ooh, what happened to the machine man?
Teleported away. Well, that's what it appears like, anyway.
Lady Elf, the man of iron, he has disappeared.
Zook, do you need my Twilight Sanctuary?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
Well, also he's
I can
technically.
hear you, but you can't hear me.
Okay. And Zook, is that the end of your go?
That is the end of my go, yeah.
Okay, with that, it is the Clockwork Man's go. He is going to, with this spike in his right arm, jab it into the arm of this golem, causing him to take a second, and that is all that he does. But the golem gets to reactivate. So
He didn't attack him, he reactivated him.
he basically reactivated, yeah. He did nothing else.
Now you're making me really hungry.
Oh,
Can we pause a second, please?
yes,
No.
by all means.
Can't deal with
Everybody
it.
go get snacks.
Sorry,
Even everyone watching. Good
I
stuff.
just
So, the guy injects this hammer-handed golem with some sort of liquid which instantly reinvigorates him, gives him another action, of which he's going to make 2 more attacks. Spins round. Huge iron girder going through the air towards Ellerid. 16. Like it just flies past you. You like in the air. You manage to dodge out of the way, and it spins around and goes for Kankerveg. With a 21, Kankerveg is going to have to use his reaction to parry adding +3 to his armor
Oh.
class so that it misses him. And yeah, again, with his shield, he kind of knows what this rail golem's all about now, and just deflects with his strength. And the clangs like grung, grung. Okay, and the clockwork guy is not going to move, so it's going to produce an attack of opportunity. It's going to use his bonus action, and the shield comes up around him that kind of looks like it's flowing with bright blue, translucent, energy that's just kind of like shimmering all around him. Okay. Next up, Vagesh. What is Vagesh doing?
How far away am I from the golem? The rail golem.
From all the way up here, it looks like it's 1,000,000 feet, but it is actually let's have a little look.
Jengi cam. The Burgesh cam.
Time for Pythagorean theorem.
Can you make an intelligence check for me? Ooh. Make an arcana or a perception check, whatever you want. I guess which one. I guess I know which one you'd want it to be, so, but it makes sense.
I got a 19 for intelligence, 17 for arcana.
By knowing your spells and testing them out and their like ranges, you know it to be just under 100 feet.
I want to move my full 30 feet of movement speed. And would that bring me roughly around what? 60 feet?
Yep.
Can we call it 60? Would that or
We can call it 60, easy.
Okay. In that case, I would like to cast banishment on the rail golem, and I'm going to use my meta magic add depth feat to twin the spell and also target the man, the clockwork man.
Gotcha. So you're moving down and towards so that you're in range?
Yes, sir.
Gotcha.
When I come kind of doing a dive bomb kind of thing at an angle, coming down as I need to. Still would like to be as high up as I can, but close that distance.
Gotcha. You are now there. And
Perfect,
within
sir.
60 feet. Twin spell. Rail golem.
Twin spell on the rail golem and the clockwork man for banishment, and that is a 15 charisma save.
With that, do you want to describe how you banish the rail golem?
Hey! So, I see Zook being like transported away on like vanishing before my very eyes. And I think, not a bad idea indeed. Let's see if I can conjure up a nasty trick or two. And I look down at my spell book, I tuck my staff under my arm, and I know just the one. A little something I've picked up in my travels recently. Snap my book shut, and basically, as soon as I snap my book shut, the golem disappears with a pop. Just vanishes. He is transported to a what is it? A harmless demiplane. He's incapacitated while he's there, and he remains there until the spell ends, which is up to a minute or until I lose my concentration.
He is gone.
And then what about the Clockwork Man?
Natural 20.
Mm.
The Clockwork Man remains.
And I snap my fingers, and the Clockwork Man stays there, and I snap it again. I look down at my spell book, snap it again, and I say, well, very well. At least I got the big one. And let's see. I want to have Grassy move down from underneath me and kind of into the center of the battlefield. As with his full 60 feet, I think he should be able to right about in the middle of them. Yeah, right there's good. And I think that will conclude my turn as I maintain my concentration on this ongoing banishment.
Okay. Next up, Ellard. What would you like to do?
Okay, so as I've seen this shield come up against the undead Clockwork Man, I would know that it would be harder to attack him, but would I know if a magical effect that has a save would be affected by sort of magic? Because I know when I do my shielding magics, my saves aren't affected.
Make an Arcana check for me, please.
15.
Looking at it, you're pretty sure something that would make a save would not be affected by the shield.
Okay. I'm going to change my plan. I wanted to give Mouse her revenge and give her some nasty radiant damage to go and deal to him, but I'm going to change my plan, and I'm going to cast 4th level Moonbeam, which I believe is the strongest thing I have. It is 4d10 if it works, and it's a con save of 19, so I'm going to concentrate as much as I can, and I'm just going to pull the light down and try and get through his shield.
Okay, con save 19.
Yeah.
I believe that my template is in the same place as my Burning Hands template, wherever that is. I'll find it next week, definitely. Don't worry. I rolled a 19. But, so that's a save for a total of 22.
Okay.
So
that's half as much damage.
Half as much damage.
Okay, so I'm gonna roll. Come on. No! I rolled so low. 7 on half.
So 7 damage.
For a 4th level slot.
It is looking so damaged, and I am sorry that you rolled so low.
Okay, one more go. It's not much, but she's gonna give a go with her archer. Try and get through the shield.
Roll to hit.
That is a 21 to hit.
21 hits, despite the shield.
Phew, okay, so she feels slightly less useless, and then she's gonna damage for... Oh, another low roll. 8 damage.
Do you want to describe how your archer destroys and demises this Clockwork Man?
As I see it starting to decay, the first thing I do is look around to Vagesh and Kankaveg and smile, and I'm still kind of in the pose as it's all happening, and I'm just watching as the radiant damage takes hold, because I've felt the evil from this creature. And it killed my freaking hawk. So it's personal.
And as it falls to the floor, like flesh and clockwork bits like spring from itself and it falls in a very undignified position with impossible arm angles, even for a human, like, or anything. Like, its arms seemingly could bend in any way, shape or form, and it just crumples as though a toy has been dropped on the floor.
And for my free action, I would like to shout, "Run, weaklings, before we kill you all!"
And with the Clockwork Man's destruction, all of the other constructs around you power down. And their axes and their flamethrowers dim, and the axes drop to the floor and they slump, still standing, but now inert. And I think, guys, that is where we're going to end tonight's episode. So,
For sake of ease, can I because I have the other golem banished. If I see these golems powered down, can I? I think maybe we can save that for the night. Maybe we should save that for the next episode, huh?
no, if you want to go ahead, you can go ahead.
I'm just thinking. I'm gonna shout out to the party. They call that move Eldridge Revenge. Very well done, Mr. Self. Quite a fine attack indeed. And I'm gonna kind of fly down from up on high and over the beams and land down amongst the now inert clockwork now inert clockwork man and the golems. And I'm gonna say, do you suspect it is safe to bring back the big one? Say the word, and I will retrieve his form.
Wait!
Okay. And I guess that seems like a good place to end the episode.
That's great. I like that.
That's nice. And you know what? That gives me an idea. I think, if it's okay with all of you. So, for everyone that's waiting for possibly our free giveaway of our Sewers Walkway set, if you type in to the chat now, Ellerid's Revenge, I will make a random roll, and one of you is going to receive it, and I'll cover postage internationally. So yeah, good luck. This is
I'm typing in the chat right now.
I need more scenery.
DM
Never
Janky is the winner.
familiar.
No, the winner I will announce in the YouTube premiere. So chat box. So yeah, whoever.
That's right. So if you didn't catch the premiere, if you're watching this after the premiere, you're gonna have to catch the next one. That's the perfect reason why you're gonna have to make sure you get the next premiere. So
definitely
advantages of being early to the game.
That's the way it is, guys. I think this was a really good dicey solution to this situation.
Thank you.
Go for the guy in charge, man. That always seems like a solid plan.
Okay, and with that,
Thank you so much.
thanks to our sponsors. Like, we call them sponsors because I have to have paid promotion little tag up on the YouTube thing, but we don't actually get any monetary money for it. So please, if you liked our show or if you've liked any of our other episodes, please hit that subscribe button, please hit that like, because we're trying to get to 100 subscribers. YouTube won't let us name ourselves properly until we do, so until then we're like YouTube at xyzzzy/555 or something. So we really want to be actually Dicey Solutions for you. So yeah, see you next week. Oh, big shout out still to Nerd Butchery. Yeah, those guys are really cool. Check them out on their Twitch and YouTube. Peace.